Good morning.
Good morning, Erin. How are you today?
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is the Monday morning show with Jen and Aaron, and we are coming to you live on the Illustrious Ones business page. If you guys are watching from any other page other than the Illustrious Ones, there's a link right above you. Go ahead and click that. Come on over here and say hey to us, and we'll see your comments and you when you come on over here. So we want to do that. Go grab a. Hopefully you got a fresh cup of coffee, Jen. You got a fresh cup. Let's talk about your fresh cup of coffee, Jen Weatherly.
Yes, okay. My husband's like, we need a coffee maker, and I put it off. We have a French press. I'm like, but why? Yeah, I see the point in having automated coffee. So we got a coffee maker, but I'm like, but I need espresso, and I need it in my house. I'm nowhere near an espresso place. So I got one with an espresso maker in it. So I spent the whole morning learning how to do that, and
Look at it. Hold it up. Let me see the inside of that.
I
Oh.
It's got almond milk in it. It's got some nice fine coffee, and I'm so pleased.
It makes the morning go so much better, doesn't it?
Yes, yes, it does. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about your weekend.
Yes, I'm like, oh, yeah, moving into this house, it feels like forever, but slowly but surely, I'm getting my stuff put where it belongs. This is my office. It's looking pretty bland right now, and I'm like, oh, might need a little bit of fixing up pretty quick, but that's how it goes when you move into a new place. And
Good.
but I see that you were at the lake by the fire, which is where I wanted to be. How was that, Erin?
Yeah, I didn't go up until Saturday, like just afternoon. I slept in Saturday morning and I got really, really mad. I never sleep in. If like Jen, I'm up at 6 a.m. every single morning, regardless of the day. And man, my family took off and they left Friday after, as soon as they could go. And I'm like, I'm sticking around. I'm doing some things. I'm finishing up some things that I need to finish up. And I didn't set my alarm, and my natural clock didn't wake me up. What woke me up was the neighbor mowing his grass. And I'm like, who is mowing their grass at 6 a.m.? I was so mad.
No way.
It was really like 8:30.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I went up to the lake and I'm like, you know what? My guys are off in the woods. It was youth hunt here in Michigan. So to make sure that our herds stay healthy and at a good level. And so my guys were out in the woods and I'm like, I don't have to cook. I don't have to do nothing. I'm going to sit by my campfire and read my book all day.
Oh my gosh, what are you reading? Because I've been so drawn. I need a book. I need a new book.
You know what? I read the original Miracle Morning, gosh, 6 or 7 years ago. And I am like deep into the Miracle Morning for salespeople right now. And it's really like, it's just a spin on the regular Miracle Morning. So that's what I was reading next to the campfire, watching the swans and the eagles and the chipmunks and the woodpeckers.
Because all we saw were posts from Aaron Strayer this whole weekend was gratitude, gratitude, believe back in gratitude.
Packing it in because I had a rough week last week, people. We're going to talk about that sometime this week, as last week. We're going to talk about it and what you get to do when things don't go your way and you don't get the answers that you want. And Sofia, our amazing guest that's on today, she has all kinds of what do I want to call it? When things just don't go your way, Sophia, should we bring her up and talk about her? Or should we talk about her
Yeah,
in front of, she can't like pitch in and give her 2 cents?
yeah. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. Okay, let's do it.
Sophia has been like one of like the biggest cheerleaders for the illustrious ones from the beginning. This woman, she is bringing like the gold every day. And you know what? We love and totally cherish Sophia and all of her like different kind of takes on different tools that she can offer you in your business and how to like fire your boss and amplify manage your launch. And oh my God, I think my little boy just went outside.
Oh,
Hmm.
you need to go check on that. I'll drop you down to the green room. I'll bring her right up. And are you? Oh, there you are. Hi, Sophia.
I'm,
Good morning.
Ooh! I'm alive.
I'm so excited to,
Fearless.
and you're fearless. You're fearless.
Fearless warrior here.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us this morning, and tell the people where you're coming to us live from.
Oh, I'm in a house in Portugal.
Portugal. We love listening
Yes,
to
my
her
friend's
talk.
got fiber optics, right?
Hmm.
So the importance of having the right internet when you're running your own business, sort of thing.
Right?
So, so
Oh
I
man.
asked him, can I come? I asked them, can I come over and do this here? Because it's so much better. If you know, you can't have a live drop in all the time, can you? So.
Right, right. I was trying to rearrange us so you were on the big picture and Jen was in
Oh.
last. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like drop you guys both down to the green room and bring you back up so Soph's in the big picture. Okay, hang on just a
Going,
second. I know,
going
I know. So, oh my gosh, you guys, we're gonna talk to all the people, and let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can bring her back up and make her in the big picture. It's no, okay. We're gonna do it one more time. So you just gotta click enough buttons, and then once you click enough buttons, then it will rearrange the way you want it to. It's coming. I believe it. See? I did
Am
it.
I in?
Now you're on the big picture. I know. So yeah, so it's Monday morning for us here, like on the other side of the pond, and it's afternoon for you.
It's it's Monday afternoon. It's Monday, isn't it?
It is for me.
Just pulling your leg. I really don't know sometimes what day of the week it is. Great.
But I think it's Monday afternoon for you or something. Monday evening.
Yeah, the dreaded Monday
Mm-hmm.
for many when I was in
Yeah.
corporate.
Yeah. So Soph, I know Jen started talking about what a huge cheerleader you've been for the Illustrious Ones directory and why you chose to jump on board with us and all the amazing things that that you support and you back us, and we like adore every single thing about that. So thank you so much. But
Yeah,
I want to talk. Go ahead.
it's funny you say that because cheerleader is actually what my clients call me all the time. Because yeah, so I've got like a picture of cheerleading sort of thing. I'm always behind people supporting. That's what's important to me.
Yeah.
And the reason why I joined the Illustrious Ones, I was intrigued. I can't wait to see more development, more activity with the Illustrious Ones. And it was a no-brainer, basically. Your energy is infectious, Erin. So, yeah. So for me, you're a cheerleader too.
And I think that
And you, Jen, sorry.
Jen,
Love it.
it's such a, Jen and I are, and you too, Soph, we're so big on collaborations and the power of the collective, right? Like, and what that means and how we are so much better together. And when we have the resources and the people, not only in our circle, but that really you can bounce things off of. And I want to like really talk about you, Sophia, because you are, I love calling you the queen of firing your boss. I refer to you as that all the time. Jen, what do you call her?
Oh, no, I'm Sophia, but there's so much power in firing your boss, because how many people are sitting there in that job? They're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I have to fire my boss. But first, they need to figure out a plan. And that's like the planning part has always been the most difficult for me because you can't see all of the steps, but Sophia can. And like, it's just like, if you have the guts to fire your boss, you have to put that stellar plan in place too, right? And that's where Sophia
Yeah.
comes in. And I just think, position wise, you're in a really amazing position.
Well, to be honest with you, like I am now the 9 to 5 exit strategist, but what I wanted to say here is I've been in a place where I got fired, I got made redundant, and then ultimately, back in 2014, I fired my boss. So I've been in all those positions, so I can talk with confidence all the stages, sort of thing, that my audience is going through. Um, but and I know emotionally how it feels to be fired, how it feels to be redundant. Like you don't call it redundant in America, do you? You say something else.
Right. Let go.
Yeah.
Phased out.
Yeah.
Replaced.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I know all those stages, and the stage that I most love is when I fired my boss. It took guts and it took time. So when I fired my boss back in 2014, I had a plan, right? But it wasn't always like this, right? Back in 2008, when I was made redundant and I started my first business, it was a complete failure because I didn't have a plan. I didn't had a focus, clarity, a vision, nothing. So this time around was a little bit easier, and I'm not going to talk about it's going to be easy. It's not easy. Nothing is easy in life, right? But with perseverance, tenacity, and a lot of stubbornness,
not you.
you can do it. You can do it. It's not all fit one fits all sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Strategies are made for each person. Their unique personality, their unique audience, their vision. So when I strategize with my clients, I'm always in tune of what they want. And this is the most important thing. Because when they're still in a 9 to 5, they don't know what they want. They're in a state of fear and instability and stuff like that.
And putting out fires. I know that when you know what I mean? Like I was always
being reactive.
Yeah, reactive instead of proactive. Felt like I was always behind the 8 ball. Instead of in front of it, calling the shots. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and very much so. We had like training on that, actually, on being reactive and proactive and how we could turn it and twist it and stuff like that, back in my job sort of thing. And it's the same thing. A lot of people are so scared of planning as well, I must say. Yeah. I'm a planner. I'm a strategist. I've been a purchasing manager. I've been a strategic buyer. So strategy is my life and planning is my life. I can't do one step ahead without thinking the pros and the cons and what if this happens, like have like a contingency plan in place, which helped me quite a lot in certain circumstances before in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Jen, I know you were corporate for a while too. What's your thought on all of that?
Well,
like,
yeah, I sat there at my corporate job and knowing I was super talented, having no idea what that was actually looked like in tech. Like we were still, we could still use computers and the internet was big, but Facebook had just come out. So that's when I was in corporate. And I thought Facebook was cool. I got invited by a friend because it was super huge in Vancouver, but nobody had heard of it yet, so we were still plunking away on our MySpace accounts, and I was, cool MySpaces, and oh, you're actually good at this. And I was like, yeah, but who makes MySpace accounts for money? Like, so I had to really and you're totally hit it on the head, Sophia. I had no idea what I was going to be good at. So I really had to hit it hard on education and self-discovery, really. So
Yeah.
it's so you know what, you're like that person that can oversee something, and that transition takes a long time too. So I do love that you're that person that can guide, and that's just so interesting. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that people realize that there are actually people like you that exist, Soph, that actually no, seriously, that actually have been through it and then guide you through the process. And not only that, like you take them and go, okay, I'm going to manage your project, and guess what? You're going to make money doing what you love to do. And
Exactly.
I'm gonna take you through the process. And yeah.
Yeah,
So
because there is a system, right, girls? There is a system that we don't know when we start our own business, right? And when I started, even though I had a plan of attack, as I call it, I didn't know a lot of things. So, for example, my audience, right? I wasn't targeting my ideal audience at all. I was targeting everybody and nobody, right? So there was no clarity in there. There was no clarity in my vision. I was all over the place. And what else? What else? My services, for example, no clarity, no focus. I have too many services to start with. So for me, it was a rediscovery, like Jen said as well, because you need to find yourself and find what you're good at. And the problem with me is that I've got so many skills from, I'm 50 for crying out loud. Do you know what I mean? So I've got a lot of skills from corporate, from what I studied. I took a computer course in UK in my 30s. So from what I learned, from what I read, I've got a lot of skills. And that was a problem because I wasn't focusing on my zone of genius, which is project management, like you said. Yeah. So once I figured that out, and let me say here, I didn't figure that out alone. I have a coach that guided me through it. And actually, this coach, we worked together in 2016, and she pinpointed it to me back then. But still, I was going like, no, I don't want to do that. No. So I went to different avenues and I got myself lost and more. It wasn't until the beginning of this year that after my move from the UK last year, that I sat down and I said, Sophia, I'm going to slap you in the face, right? Because this is right in front of your face and you don't want to see it. You don't want to accept it. Why didn't I accept it? There was some other underlying problems behind it that I sorted out with my coach. So one thing you can't, like you said, collaboration is amazing. Another thing, you can't do this on your own. You just can't. Because there are things that you might not see. You might interpret it differently because you got self-doubt, or you're not worth it, or whatever, all the fears that even for an extrovert like me, I still have some fears, I lost my fearless warrior, inner warrior sort of thing when I was in corporate. So I had to find it again.
I think that's such a huge point too, Sophia. And I know Jen's like down there nodding her head. She's like, I think when we are when we're not encouraged to live in our zone and live, and even, for the people that are in corporate and love their jobs, I think that there's a point where we still are stifled to not be able to be fearless, to be the warrior, to speak up, to speak out, to say, hey, I got an idea. Can we try that? The fear. And when and I want to bring that forward into like now, your massively successful online, strategy and your project management that you do for people, there's that fear of success as well as the fear of failure. Like, I
Yeah,
think it's
exactly.
so real. I think it's so real.
I think I've put something today on my page that one of those, that name test thingies, the games, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, it's come up with self-doubt is the fuel for my own success. And it's,
Ooh.
and I was like, oh my God, this is just so, so exactly what I'm feeling today. Because other people's self-doubts fuels me because I turn it around in my head and I'm thinking, okay, you don't believe me? I'm going to freaking show you. Do you see
Right.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
this is my fearless warrior attitude that I lost, but I've gained it back.
Yeah.
I've always been very fearless, to the point of when I was 28, I moved to the UK with just a bag, and I stayed there for 22 years. My fearless warrior personality comes from that when I was a Scouts girl, and I got lost in a cave. I got lost in a cave back then, and because of my I don't know, my personality, I don't know what it was, my survival skills, maybe. I managed to get out of that cave, but it was scary at the
Yeah.
time, and I was a teenager. So
Yeah.
I've got so many stories like this.
Isn't it
um,
crazy? I think we all have stories like that, how do we find and pull up that warrior up out of us? I want to address Amanda's on here. Hi, Amanda. Good morning. She said she still finds herself pulling back because she's not corporate trained, and my
I'm corporate.
clients need me to not do that. You got any advice for
I
her on
still,
that?
I still find myself holding back, pulling back because I'm corporate trained.
I'm corporate trained, and my clients
Yes,
may need to not do that. Yeah, because you're not sitting in an
yes.
office anymore.
Um, So Amanda, was it recently that you left corporate? And this is because like when I left corporate, I was still had my corporate mind on, and that hold me back from doing a lot of stuff. I was not being visible enough because I was thinking, oh, what my God, what my colleagues are going to think about me, what my ex-boss is going to think about me. Oh, look at her doing it again. What the heck is she doing?
Right.
So judgment, fear of
Mm.
judgment. I had that a lot when I left corporate, and that hold myself back. But not anymore.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, I thought, I left because if I hadn't left, I've lost, I would have been stressed out of my mind. I was very anxious. I had stomach problems because of it. I was going downhill very, very quickly. So I just Amanda, you need to start thinking like your clients need you to be August 31st was my last August 31st, like this August 31st. Wow.
Yeah, I
Congratulations.
know she's
Awesome.
newly out and stepped out on her own.
Oh
And
yeah. Very, very new. Yeah, very raw still. So um the only thing I can say to Amanda is be very clear on who you are targeting. Who are those clients that you love, absolutely love to work with, that make you get up every morning and do work at any time, because now you're doing work at your own terms. There's no rules, there's no policies from corporate. It's your own rules, it's your own world, it's your own business. So just be very clear on who you're targeting, what they want, what's the pain points, and yeah, just be visible in be visible in respect that, just do lives and do posts that really touch that pain point and how you can solve them, sort of thing. So what does Manda do? Is she a coach?
She is a VA, but she specializes in like accounting and bookkeeping, and she does a lot of other things too. She's really tapped into social media, managing accounts, as well as Amanda, help me out here, see if I'm missing anything. I'm trying to remember exactly what you do, but she's more on a VA, clearing all the administration stuff out that us busy people don't need to do.
Networking, get yourself out there, let people know what you actually do. And, once they know what you do, that was another thing, right? Because we're not clear in the beginning what we want to do, people don't know, right?
Right.
I remember I used to go networking in this elevator pitch. I hate that.
Yep.
Say, in 1 minute what I do, and that minute just sounds like 2 hours. It's like, oh my God, I'm sweating. But so what I did was I actually imagined a friend of mine, right, that I'm very comfortable talking to that person, right, and explained to her very simply, what do I do? And I can imagine her going like, I see now, I know somebody that might need you. So that's when word of mouth starts happening and everything. But you need to get out there, you need networking online, offline, just,
Yeah. Like really, she's like, I'm a VA that loves operational side of business. So there's some variety in there because I've worked in so many different areas.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I like variety too. That's why the project management bit is quite interesting in the respect that some clients will need like a website done, that some clients will need some social media setup strategies there, or others they just want to launch their coaching program, so they want a membership site. So we go through all that. So there's a lot of variety, and that's what's interesting. I hate the routine, kind of like, let's do this ABC every day.
Right. I know, it's crazy. And I know that there's a lot of people watching on my platform. So if you're watching on the Aaron Strayer show, hop on over to the Illustrious Ones business page, and you guys are commenting over there. Hey, there you are, Brigetti. I saw you over there. So thanks for hopping over here. She's over there commenting on the other. I'm like, you guys got to come over here.
Yeah, I've shared it on my page as well in some groups.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
hopefully we'll have some people here.
We're cross-posted in a couple different places, and that has the link right above you. So if you are not on the Illustrious Ones business page, come on over here and see us over here. So thanks for hopping over here, Brigetti. She's from all across the pond over there too. She's our English. Where are you from, Brigetti? You're our she's watching from the wrong place. No, you're watching from the right place, Brigetti. She is South Africa. Brigetti is South Africa. So it's kind of cool to see her on here this morning.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, it's so amazing, all these connections that I make with everybody all around the world. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
Instead of going to that boring 9 to 5 every day in the commute and seeing all the same people, now I get to see people from Europe, Germany, Poland, UK, States, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And isn't it neat how our business can still function, and like it just keeps expanding, and it's so cool. That expansion and that ability. I know I was just at a conference in Phoenix. 2 weeks, going on almost 3 weeks ago. It seems like yesterday because I haven't recovered yet, but I got to meet some of my online people, and it was so cool to actually be in the same, like in a human setting with them, and actually hug them and go, you better my show. Yeah, Wendy Tariff was on there, and she was on my show last year, and she's like, Aaron Strayer. She's like yelling across the thing, and it's really, really neat when you actually get to meet the people from all over. But yeah, Brigitte says she's met so many amazing people live streaming. Yeah.
Yeah. And also like met face to face, like mentors that I've had in the past, my mentor for social media management school and the Facebook ads, Andrea Val, I met in Newcastle. She was in London doing some talks, and I just got on a train from Southampton and went and saw her. So that was cool.
So cool.
I mean, clients as well, when we meet up, one of my clients is coming over to Portugal in November, and we are going to meet up, we're going to celebrate. So yeah.
That's so cool. And I know that's part of your world too. I love your pictures that you post when you're with people. So I want to talk to, and Jen, I know you're super interested and in like there were some specific things like this isn't like a huge like everything is all hunky-dory and smooth as glass, and you touched on it a little bit, but I want you to go there, and I really want you to talk about like the jealousy that occurs, right? Not only with yourself, but with comparing yourself to others. And I want you to talk about that for a little bit. Jen, do you got any other requests that she talks about before I let her roll some more?
Interesting.
So I can't see Jen, so I don't know if
you
Jen
can't see Jen. I can see
no,
Jen.
I can't see Jen. So yeah, jealousy. Oh God, yeah, jealousy is a big one. But jealousy has always been there throughout life, right? You start teenager, say, other friends in school are jealous of you because you have this or you have that, or you look like this or you look like that. Do you know what I mean? Jealousy in corporate as well, because your colleagues A, B, or C might want your job. So there's a lot of jealousy there. And then, of course, with your business, when you start comparing, this coach has an amazing membership site, and why can't I have it? I'm so jealous of it. So you're jealous of what they're portraying sometimes in the respect. Let's talk about some coaches that, and this is not general, right? But some people, some marketers that are out there are giving people the wrong image. Okay. They're sitting on, well, I'm sitting on in the garden right now, but that's beyond the point. But they're sitting on like on the side of a pool, and they're saying, oh, this is the life, and you can do it too if you follow my system, sort of thing. Right. Let me tell you again, everybody's unique. One strategy does not fit all. One system does not fit all. For example, I've got a client that she's very introvert. She's very quiet. So we have to put things in place that are going to make her comfortable to do lives, to start doing written posts to start with, or maybe some guest blogging to start with, right? Just, softly go into a state that she's going to feel comfortable doing this lives, and showing off face and saying whatever she wants to say. When you put yourself out there, like we're doing right now, there are a lot of people that are watching the show, or they're going to watch it later. They're going to turn around and say, oh my God, I'm so jealous of that life, of what she's doing. But what I want to say to those people is, if you are jealous, put that to one side. Why can't you do it for yourself? Right? What is stopping you from doing it? If you can still do it while you're in your corporate job, you know, you can still put things in place and even get clients while you're still in your corporate job. Yeah.
Which is probably the smarter way to do it.
Yeah. So it's that thing about the what ifs. I always talk to my clients about to turn the what ifs into what if you're successful? What if you can sit next near a pool? What if you can move countries in, you know, just if you want it, just manifest it and it will come to you. But you need to want it and not hide behind jealousy and self-doubt and judgment, because that's always going to be there. Always going to be there.
Jen, I know you're like down there. You're like, "Ooh, let me talk.
Okay, so we can.
Yep, keep talking.
Okay, good. So Sophia put a post
Hear
very intriguing to me. She talked about going through the change of life and how that affected her business. And I wanted her to expand on this a little bit more because it was a short post. And can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear Jen, Erin.
She's talking about a post that you did about the change of life, and she wants you to expand on that. It was, how long ago was it, Jen?
It was about a month ago.
About a month ago, you made a post. She can't hear you for some reason, Jen. So I'm interpreting.
I can't hear. I can't.
Can you hear me, Soph?
I can hear you. That for sure. Yeah.
She said it was about a month ago. And keep going, Jen. Tell me about it, and I'll interpret.
Oh no, she had just brought up like the change of life was starting to happen to her. There were symptoms that were happening, and that it morphed into her actually creating a business out of it. And these symptoms were like changing how she was thinking about her life.
Interesting. So, Sophia, Jen said that the post that she saw about a month ago that you had posted about the change of life and all the different things that were happening with you personally, how it was reflecting in your work, and she wanted you to expand on that a little bit. Because I'm just saying, I'm there.
Change of life.
Premenopausal.
What's happened?
Premenopausal stuff.
Yeah. So I've recently found out that I'm actually postmenopausal. I go through the menopause and I haven't even noticed. Well, you know, I had hot flushes and stuff like that. So when I found that out, because I went to the doctor in the summertime, when I found that out, I actually looked back and I noticed that actually I quit my 9 to 5 while I was right in the middle of the menopause, which was like, but you know what? It's like my life has been like this. You know, I was married the first time, and in a space of like 6 months, I got divorced. I bought my flat. I got a new job. I got a new car. I stopped smoking. So
a lot.
This is my life, you know, and nothing stopped me from doing what I did. So the fact that I was actually menopausal when I quit, you know, when I resigned from my job, made me think, what if? But then I turned that what if into, well, what if I wasn't menopausal and I still had to do it because, you know, I reached that point that enough is enough sort of thing.
It's
Yeah.
it's interesting. Jen, do you want her to expand some more on that? Do you got some other questions? I'll keep interpreting.
No, it was just
Yeah, I don't know
so
why I
interesting.
can't hear her.
I know I don't know, maybe it happened before. So anyways, is I just found it very interesting as a lot of us are coming in and through these phases pre, post, and in the middle, because I'm 42 or 41, somewhere in there, and I'm coming up to it. So these are just different, things that are happening in our lives, and maybe it is that catalyst that makes us do what we want to do, and I love it.
I I love it. I love it too. And I want Soph to talk just for a little bit about your programs and how your increase your social media reach and your DIY program. And I want to go there because I think some people are really interested in that. And if they're not, they need to be. If they don't know about it, they need to be. Yeah.
So, yeah, so I didn't hear what Jen said last, but
She's giving you all kinds of kudos and
okay, I'll
yeah.
watch the replay anyway.
Yeah. Everybody
So,
else can hear her but you. So when her mouth is moving, she's talking.
So what I'm doing right now is just simply using my project management skills, and I've got a one-to-one program which is Launch Like a Warrior, where
cool.
I help aspiring coaching entrepreneurs to launch their coaching programs, services, with a plan, a strategy, and a vision. So we go through, so in 6 months, we can put all this together, and we go through your vision, what you actually want. You have to be very, very clear on what you want, which might change, by the way, because nothing is set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So be very clear on your vision. You need to be very clear on who you're targeting, your niche, right? Your services, your programs. I got a coffee. Thank you. I've got a
You got a delivery. Fresh coffee.
Delivery. Fresh coffee. So be very clear on the content for your services, your programs. Work on all that. If you need one of the modules is if you need the website, we work on that. If you need a membership site, so where you're gonna allocate your services, your programs, that build that for you, and then we go into strategies for your marketing campaigns, sort of thing. So all this is the Launch Like a Warrior, and you can find more details on my website, increaseyoursocialreach.com. And then the DIY course that I have is one that I've created with a collaboration back in 2016, and it's a starter kit, right? It starts with a planning. You got to plan your vision, right? So we go through that. Then we're going to have to audit what you've got. You might be already on social media, but if you are, then you better be there properly. So we got audits, which tell you exactly what you can do with the platforms and stuff. If you're not on social media, that will tell you how to be on that properly. So the other module is about content, okay? Create, co-create, and repurpose. I've got like loads and loads of different ideas there for you to create content, and how to craft the right message, right? I use the social media anatomy plan for your social media posts, sort of thing, where I go through the pain point, agitate the problem, and then give a solution, sort of thing. And then I also have how can you manage your content, because you need to give yourself time to create the content, and then you have to schedule that content out, sort of thing. Otherwise, you'll be on social media 24/7, and that's going to confuse you, overwhelm you, and stress you out. So what else? What else got that? So it's just a little starter kit. And then we have also a call with me, a one-to-one call with me to kind of like put your plan into place as well.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's the social media starter kit. I think you've already shared the link.
Yep, got it.
It's just a little evergreen, do yourself kind of course. But of course, you have me there. If you have any questions, you'll be inside of a private group once you get on to the course.
I love that. I love that. Jen, you got anything to say? Even though she can't hear you, she can watch your mouth move.
Well, I feel weird that she can't hear me. So maybe I'm just gonna because we're not having a back and forth conversation, and it feels funny
Yeah.
a little bit, right?
Well, I'll chat with her then for a little bit, and then when we go to close, it'll be me and you. So hang out, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody else can hear you, Jen. So
Well, that's good.
so it's all good.
How weird, because I'm on the room.
Yeah.
I can see you, but I can't see the picture of Jen.
Oh,
Something must have happened when she come off and then went back in or something, maybe.
I don't know. I can see her and she's showing up. She's showing up online. I don't know. So it's all good. So so do you have to go, Soph, or are you good?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm
We
good.
we got a couple more minutes here, and I know Jen and I have a couple things that we get to talk about before we close the show down. And I think that I know I put increaseyoursocialreach.com in the comments. The DIY course went across the screen, but if you want to drop that in when we're done here, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I can also give them a sneak peek if they want to have a chat with me. I put a link there as well as bit.ly/ask-Sophia.
Love it.
And I can give them a sneak peek of the Evergreen course that I've got as well. So, let's chat and see if
those links. Yeah, drop those links when we're done, and we should just refresh your browser. Oh, yeah, there you go, Jen. Maybe just refresh your browser, Jen, or hey, Brigitte, Jen or Sophia, refresh.
If I refresh right now, it will drop me back out because it's on.
I'm going to drop Sophia back down to the lobby and let her refresh her screen. And you and I are going to chat for just a little bit. Let's see if and see if she'll pop back in. So yeah, I know that's a little uncomfortable when you don't have the back and forth. So see if she'll come back in here. Oh, I see her popping back up. Yep. Let's see if she can see you. I gave her a 3-second warning here. So can talk now, Jen, and see if she can hear you.
Hi, Sophia.
I can see you. It was me, wasn't it? I refreshed mine.
It's just Be Live. It's happened before, so it's not you.
So Jen, what's coming up for you this week?
Oh my gosh, so much. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to get moving forward. Just so much catch up. I have other clients, but I'm trying to make sure that, we're going to have Sophia's article is going to drop for all of her new promotions. However, we are also going to be next week promoting all the events and promotions of our illustrious ones. So I'm going to be working on that and getting that pushed out too. That'll get featured on the website and, into the email as well. And then I've just been, I've been behind the scenes working with some pretty amazing people. I hooked up with Tanya Daka's Coffee Cure. And so she's been combing through our website and, helping me out with copy, and making sure that we're all tuned up. And, there's a lot of different things that I want to put out, but I want to be in front of somebody's eyes that's, really good at this stuff. And then also I've been working with another person that's going to be doing some promotions for me as well. So I'm super excited because that to me is, I'm actually dialing in on that ideal client like you were talking about, Sophia. And as we've been kind of exploring it with the social media manager, it's just been like really evident to me that we love to categorize people, hey, and they're like, are you working with males? Are you working with females? And I'm just gonna blow this one up right now. I know I might be very liberal in my thoughts, but I'm not going after a male or a female. I'm going after somebody that thinks a certain way and feels a certain way and wants to have humanity inside of their their connections with other people, and that they really, really just truly want ethics to be part of the game. When I can't snap that with a male or female sign. I just can't do it. So I know they really want me to, but I can't. And
it could be a transgender, couldn't it?
Thing, like I've been listening to LP, like this chick, and she looks like a man. She looks like a guy I used to date, actually. And but she's a female. She's got this gorgeous voice, and just like, how can I stamp this? Like, what if I want LP on my site? And they say, oh, but it's only for women that act a certain way. No, not doing it. No LP.
No, the only thing about when you pinpoint like it's a man or a woman is because your message gets really, really clear, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that you don't work with men. I work with men, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right? Just it. But it's kind of that, right?
It's just an image so that you can visualize who you're talking to. So in your case, because you're very spiritual, right? You are in that vision. You have a man or, it's not a gender. It's somebody that is very in tune with their spirituality, right? Ethical, true to themselves, authentic. So all these characteristics, you build your own vision. Why does it have to be like a gender,
Yeah, well, I really feel like even the look of our website, it's got some pink in it. We're like, okay, well, maybe it's just for females. No.
No.
But it's very, very feminine oriented because these are all really on that feminine essence edge of how we relate to people. So yeah.
This isn't super feminine though. Other than
I was just going to say that. I don't consider myself feminine. I've got a lot of male-oriented brain sort of thing, but I still, relate to females, and the majority of my clients are females because, and I'll tell you why. Because some ladies, again, not generalizing, they're stuck in the how to do or the tech stuff, which comes to me easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that are going to come to me because some guys, they already know how to do all that, I work with a bunch of engineers and corporate, so my brain is quite male-oriented.
Yeah, and me as well. Like, I definitely understand a lot of different technical things, but what I don't like is people being mean to each other or trying to hold a power over each other. I'm like, man, no, that's not my game, right? But it's just so like I have a bit of jelly over Sophia's social life because she's always out. She's like looking good. She's got like glowing.
Thank you.
She's been out dancing and eating some very good food and drinking very nice wine. I'm only positively sure about that.
So that's a jealousy. I can send you a bottle of Portuguese wine if you want.
It actually, I turned it into an inspiration because I just went out and just went out. I was like, no, no, I'm doing exactly. You know what? I'm kind of in that middle, like with young kids and stuff. And I know that you've got some older kids, and you get to just leave them, right? They can take care of themselves probably. So I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna work it in.
Yeah, my girl is 13 and my boy's 10. I do leave them and let them do whatever, but in stages, if you know what I mean.
Short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything needs to be done in life in stages, you know? Otherwise, they grow too fast and, well, I'll just have to go and travel the world or something.
Right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jen, I'm going to let you close the show out here. Sophia, I have adored having you on this morning. I just want to say thank you. I love you being part of our directory. I love you being part of Jen and I. I love you being in the group. I love you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're super welcome. I'm gonna let Jen go ahead and close out the show here. And go ahead, Jen.
Okay. Well, we are so glad to have had you on the show, Sophia. And this is what it looks like when you become an illustrious directory member. That we love to promote you, whether it be a spot, like we had to come back around because Sophia was one of our first people that we promoted, but we didn't have the show up and running. So of course we're going to loop around and pick everybody back up that we did not promote on the show, get that happening, right? And then, push out, her promotions. And of course, she's listed on her October blitz of different promotions that are happening, events. And Sophia runs like retreats and stuff from Portugal, FYI. So you're about that. And you know what? Being part of the directory, we definitely want to support you and give you that kind of mad love that you deserve for being in business, showing the hell up. And, that's part of being part of a group that fucking loves you. So excuse my French. Whatever.
Is that French? Sounded very English.
Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and drop a link to you. Go ahead and check out the directory. And that we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, we'll drop a link in here. We'd love you to check it out and come and see us and hang out with us and pick up on some of our goodness and be part of our collective and let us support you going forward and what that means. And you guys, we are live every Monday at 9 a.m. unless we're on vacation or moving. And or have tech issues. I don't know. It's a pick of your chick. So summer's over and we're back in the groove. And so we're 9 a.m. Eastern time every Monday right here on the Illustrious Ones. And we'd love to see you say hi to us. So come back and see us real soon. Sophia, thank you so much for your time and being with us today. Fearless. Warrior du jour, fire your boss. Go check out Sophia. Let her help you guide you through that. And
it's fearless.
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 There it is.
Fearless, people. Fearless.
I love it. So for Jen and I, thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see you right back here soon. Take care.
Bye.